Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
They want this! Good show! Oh my God! How excited are you to see this match live right now?
Hey folks, welcome to the Esports Club presents the Showdown Series Season 2 of Valorant powered by Crucial by Micron, along with our GP partners ZEROFRAGS.EXE Gaming and media partners Gossip.GG. I am Raider. With me, we do have Azura on the desk for the second BO3 of the day. And I guess, Azura, you are pretty excited, but any comments on that?
Very excited, Raider. I mean, the first game itself, it was flawless. It was amazing. The start was a banger, and then later on, everything fell apart. So I watched nook and cranny of the game, you know, every single round. So I had a lot of fun. So second game, I'm very excited.
Well, let's see what the matchup is going to tell us. Who are facing who? It's Team Tea Time facing up against Team NJ. This is going to be pretty interesting to watch how the performance goes on. But let's have a look at the map veto. We are going to check out what are the battlefields. Obviously, it's a BO3, so 3 maps. We have the bans for Bind, Lotus, Abyss, Icebox. And the maps that we are going to witness is first of all going to be Haven, where obviously we are going to see Team Tea Time starting as the defenders, and it's a pick of NJ. On the hindsight, we have a Sunset coming to the picture. Pretty interesting. I mean, the second one is going to be tricky to watch. And then Decider, the default Ascent.
Well, true. We have seen many situations going down, but looking at the way Tea Time has already just shined in this map, they have showcased a really good history as well. So I'm just hoping that NJ is prepared for this action, like pretty much like understanding onto what will happen. They watched the wards earlier on, so I hope they're prepared. Other than that, Tea Time, they're always very, very confident in this map. They know where to hold. They know how to even go ahead, initiate a backstab, as it's a 3-sided map. So you have to be pretty much on the foot, on the toes, understanding what needs to be done, especially when you're starting as a defender. So attackers, it's pretty easy for them. They can create chaos in one side and then head towards the other 2 sides. It's up to them. But defenders are one place. I always feel bad for them, like the only kind of rotate they have, if B-Link is clear, then they can go ahead through that. Else, they have to go all the way towards the spawn itself.
Well, it's quite difficult, as you rightly said. Even if you talk about the map of Lotus, if you have a triple-sided map, attacking side is obviously going to have a certain advantage because you get bifurcated in 3 sides. Obviously, you have to
Yep.
hold carriage at this point. One guy has to be there on C, and when 5 individuals are pushing onto you, the maximum that can help you is basically the garage guy coming onto you on C side and helping you out. But then again, it's a 2v5 equation that gets reciprocated. But I can see at this point, a different set of approaches are going to come through. We have Sentinel approaches. One team is going to go for, if I'm not wrong, the KJ. Another one is choosing Cypher. We really have to see what happens next and how the play is going to get followed up, because every single matchup from here is going to matter the most. Because initially, yes, it were the open qualifier that we are talking about, but right now, guys, as of now, we are already onto the playoffs. So that means if you survive, yes, you go on to the upper bracket semi-finale, but if you don't, then you have the lower bracket round three to fight back with. So from there, I believe the challenge is going to get a little bit more difficult.
Definitely. I mean, it's a BO3 raider nonetheless. Like, every single time you have to prove a point. It's like you understanding what the odds are. You have a safety cushion, but that's only when the teams are getting 1-1. After that, it's all do or die. It's BO1 yet again. So understanding that, trying to understand the entire gravity of the situations is going to be one of the things. And finally, I can see those faces. I can align them to the play style of what they have. So I'm hoping that the teams are pretty much amped up. They're prepared onto what needs to be done in this particular map. And moving forward, it's going to be the pistol round to begin things with. And they have a SOVA to get the information as well. So recon dot all across just to get the information of UV.
The best part is we have Team NJ in front of Team T-Time at this point, and from NJ we have one of those individual who is very good, and he is the one of the best guys when it comes to the level up leaderboard as well, and that is FFI. I'm looking forward to see what kind of potential he's going to bring into the picture when it comes to a 5v5 showdown like this. And obviously he has to move forward, but how is he going to do that? That's what matters to me the most. But at this point, it does feel like there is going to be an 8 as people are trying to creep in onto the A side, and there is nobody really holding it off. Obviously, we do have the opponent Sova, but he is pretty close to the CT spawn. On the high side, when it comes to the Jet, she's actually lurking over there. Block of the angles, but there goes the smoke. The fault line comes through. Dash is here. Plant is going to be there, but then again, the plant is something which is inevitable. And yeah, Sova sits down to plant.
Oh, that was a really good
amazing.
shot dart. I mean, the Sova lineups are on point, but the fall, the drop is going to take a lot. A huge toll. But NJ, they are capitalizing this on a really good manner. It's a post-plant scenario, but it doesn't feel like it.
There you go. It's a little bit of a chance coming in from Team T-Time. I thought that they might be able to pull it off. But then again, the approach is coming from Team NJ, or should I say even the precision was working out flawlessly. They have planted the spike, they had won the round, and finally, obviously, they are going to have bonus buy to play with. They can easily go for some good Vandal action or Phantom action, but they're sticking with Bulldog Singers. One guy is going to go for Sheriff, and that's going to be Opa. And on the hindsight, we'll get to see the Guardian pick coming in. I definitely feel at this point that NJ might be able to pull it through, specifically for this map. Let's wait and watch, because the journey has just started. It was just about the pistol round. You have to wait and watch to see what exactly T-Time is going to offer, and that offerings might come from the next round, which will be a full buy round from both the sides. But we have a technical pause coming in. Planning and plotting from both the sides are going to go, but it does feel like that Team NJ, with a good start, they are definitely controlling the whole aggression.
Well, true. A tech pause, a little bit of a disconnection here, but it's all right. This time can be considered for, recollecting the thoughts. T-Time, even though they have performed in this map phenomenally, I'm just hoping that things can sort out in their corner. It's just the early rounds, but it's the momentum rounds, which I could say. And it's building up for NJ, because they have the bonus buy as well. And looking at the way the entire team is currently fiddling around with the knives, with the way they're just strategizing, moving around here and there, they're pretty confident. They're pretty amped up for this game as well. So, hoping that this round at least a few weapons can be dropped from the corners of T-Time. That's one of the main objectives. Else, if all the 5 weapons are going to go forward, then is no economical damage at all for NJ. So that might be one of the scenarios which T-Time wants to create for NJ. It's just those tough times. It's those hard lucks which they want to create in the opening round itself. And that's how you can get rounds being in the defender's half, that too in the map of Haven. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's hope.
Let's wait and watch, man. The technical pause is done and dusted. We have Curve back in the action. Swing from A shot is not going to be valuable as Jet versus Jet. It is going to be FFY with the impressive Oni Bulldog in his hand. He was able to deliver it all out. Obviously received a bit of a damage, but Fearless on the other corner gets converted. Curve, all thanks to him, the Garrett swing that he was able to come up with was quite valuable. And no, the Omen won't be able to survive. So no smokes. I think NJ, for you guys to enter into the particular side is not going to be easy as you don't have smokes anymore. But on the hindsight on C, we do get to see the opponent's smoke coming through and the duelist is also lurking over there. But we don't really see any setup at this point. Is there a setup? Because Cypher was sitting at A. If the tripwires are here, that would be beneficial for them. But no, I can't see the tripwires coming in. And there goes the shot. 69G gets one beautiful pick coming into the picture. What will happen to the Sova? He's still there. But the plant, it's inevitable.
Spike planted.
It is a post-plant scenario coming in. Satan going on top, unleashing the devil on them. But it's just those angles. It's not yet contested. Curve on the other corner. He's going for a backstab as well. 69G very well aware. Knows that there can be a funny play coming in. Curve still holding it down to the wire. One by one, the angles are going to be peeked in. Curve managed to get one, but other than that, it's just a bad situation. Only a couple of weapons being dropped. Not that great. And alongside is just those runner moments which we can see coming in from Curve. Angles held, and Opa is going to be taking him down as well. Second round going in for the favor of NJ. Little bit of more hold, or the crossfires could have been better here. Satan went ahead, did not know that he's going to be taken down like that. And then later on, it was just Curve biting the dust. So all in all, just two weapons being dropped. Not that much of an economical damage here. But on the other corner, T-Time, they have the weaponry to show for.
Well, I guess T-Time is pretty much ready and pumped up with the full buy at this point. Obviously, UV and along with him, I guess even Gur for the same sake are now on the downfall because they do have the half buy. But we'd really love to see how the approach is going to go. But a duelist approach, I am already having my second thoughts from the start when we got to see the agent selection for Team T-Time. On the hindsight, NJ, they're timing their attacks way too good, being effective at this point. The tripwire is going to get broken. There comes a dash with the help of Cloud Burst. And from here, the Lynx are going to get challenged. Jet versus Jet again. There you go. Similar scoreline, similar story. Exactly same approach, but from the back end, the other duel is Curve. He is going to be just on par. One step away, but flank is going to be there. Misses one shot. Oh no, he is going to attain the next one. Beloved. Fights are coming to the picture. Absolutely amazing shots are going in. But the shock dart, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. But will it be enough? No, the shock dart. And after that, the aftershock. Oh, Equinox getting blown to bits by that aftershock. It's all about the one last individual, Satan X. And is running out. He is already receiving a lot of shots. This is done, guys.
Last one down.
Fluffy, man, oh man. Being on the Jet, he's phenomenal. That's the reason he's sitting on that tippy top of the leaderboard. Look at the way he initiated things. He knew that there's gonna be a cavalry arriving in from that corner itself. And then later on, the way the execution just came in sheer picture perfect. Well, B is always tough to retake. And the way NJ is just going ahead, making that possibility null and void. T-Time, they're having a very bad time. I'm not gonna lie. The weaponry is not looking good. It's again and again those consistent losses, which will just become a loss bonus at one point of time, but that's not yet. That's not yet. It's another round to go. This is that round where they're gonna, go ahead. If they manage to squeeze it, well and good. Because the bonus they get will be amazing.
That can be the case. I mean, they're definitely looking forward to get it. But obviously, it's just not going to be easy. As you can see, slow and poised approach coming in from both the sides. Obviously, for T-Time, they don't have to overcommit. They can't really overcommit at this point because they don't have that kind of a loadout in their favor. Not even the utilities to be precise. Yes, they do have a paranoia. But the alarm bot was right there. He broke it open, gave away the information. But having a Stinger on Heaven and eventually picking up players from A main, I doubt that is going to be helpful enough. And that's exactly why the rotation came through. But FFY, what a phenomenal pick that was. But right there, we have UV this time reverting it all out. Let's pick finds one. With the Phantom, he was able to reciprocate. But the trade fires are falling.
Fall damage?
69G actually fall damage on Satan X. That's interesting. And he was already low, but he fell down to his demise.
Well, true that. Nothing is working at this point of time. Nothing. The weaponry not that great, the money not that good in the bank, and the strategies is just little to none. I mean, they did manage to create some kind of chaos in the window, but unfortunately, they didn't have those weapons to go ahead and capitalize. And Garv, he's picking fights which he has no business to do. All he had to do was slide away from there, get the information. That's pretty much it. But he went there for a solid 1 second peek and instantly got blown to bits and pieces. So yeah, mistakes are coming in from the corners of tea time, and they are paying heavy price for that. NJ, the way they're just going ahead, capitalizing. I mean, what can I say? It could have been better, but unfortunately, the things are not following good for them.
I think they still have time. The gap is there, but it's not that big. 4-0 is a scoreline which is still redeemable, but Opa! He finds one more, takes down Garv. Now he's infiltrating the garage, breaks the trap fire. Oh, UV with a swift shot from the garage window, shuts down Opa. Now it equalizes the equation. 4v4. One guy is in A shot, another one is approaching from the main. I think Fluffy still can find crucial pick. There goes a fault line, but nobody had the idea. Oh, Dash saves
Romeo?
him. With the help of Dash, he was able to survive a bit, but Satan is going to retaliate and take him down. What is this? 6-9G? That was a big blunder from a corner. He whipped a bit. And at the end, Fearless was able to take a trade off it. And look at the ultimates. All the three individuals who had the ultimates from T-Time are already done and dusted. But we have from the Shadow available from NJ. The other two, yes, they have been countered as well. But the question is, will they be able to survive? He dropped down and with a quick scope was able to shot him away. And now the question is, Deathflick versus UV. What will happen? There goes Aftershock. A blind can come indeed. Blocks it away. But his position is pretty much revealed. He goes into another one.
Oh no.
Back to swing. Fault line.
Oh no.
This is it. This is it. What a valuable recovery from NJ. Deathflick survives and so does the round.
Deathflick, the way he just celebrated that win, it could have gone nasty. Not gonna lie, it could have gone nasty. But he had his flashes, he had his aftershock, went ahead, utilized it, caused chaos, and that's where T-Time's Jet couldn't do anything. UV, I mean, we all know, it could have been a different scenario altogether, but unfortunately nothing worked. Those spams didn't come through, and 5th round for NJ is just marking a big amount of difference. T-Time just needs 4 rounds or 3 rounds to, finish the first half with. But looking at the way NJ is going forward, this team is unstoppable.
Oh yeah. I totally agree with your points. They are indeed unstoppable. The fault line is going to queue and we have 3 individuals, I believe, who are pretty much in that particular era. But UV with the Blaze Storm is completely ineffective at this point, I believe. He had to push out of the garage door. Maybe he's going to get countered out there as well. But the plant is just going to be inevitable. He is going to go for a plant and that's quite successful for them. Neon wants to go ahead and rip a pop. That's not going to happen. Opa finds Suke. Romeo, both of them are nullified at this point. The question is, will UV survive? Yes, he did. Gets 1. 11 HP is where he's standing at. Switches to Sheriff as well. But I think it's just time that is going to run out. They can actually go ahead and get and collect the Opa's weapon. But they still won't be able to get the round in their favor. That's what I believe. What is this, Cypher? Your body is visible. He was just so gullible at that point. Easily got taken down. Satan X retaliates by taking down 6-9G. The question is, how far they're gonna go? The Blade Storm, will it be effective for once? Nope. Fearless gets out.
If you're not a good shot today, don't worry.
Wow.
There are other ways to be.
NJ, for every single situation, they have a retaliation. They have a response. Look at Opa popping off right off the bat, and Fluffy, he knew what he was doing, No matter Equinox, even he wanted to go ahead for a jiggle peek, he couldn't do that. His hands were tied up. He had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And I completely understand he just froze in that corner. So NJ already getting 6 points on board and 3 heartbreaking ultimates in the corner as well. So hoping for this round's retrieval from the corners of T-Time will be very tough. But there's Hunter's Fury in the midst of all of this action, can be utilized. I don't think so. That's going to be the case. Good shot, UV. That was very close. Too close for comfort. And 69G, even though some damage has been dealt on him, he's going to be safe for now. Oh no. God. See the bait?
Getting detained right outside the window. Oh, what a save that was. That flick. You were able to save your individual teammate. That's amazing. RG expanded in the hand. 69G is still looking forward for a swing, but he gets retaliated. Hunter's Fury is already available. They're trying to deny the plan, and that might be the case. They might be able to be effective at it, but let's see how far these guys are going to be. It's a 4v4 equation. Rolling Thunder available for the post plant. I think it's definitely a tough nut to crack at this point for Team Tea Time, but they can swing in. They can push in their best efforts. Breach is going to be sitting outside, and there goes the Rolling Thunder. They are just buying time at this moment, making sure the other guys won't be able to push in and get a good approach. Opa finds it in X. All drive is definitely going to be valuable. Oh, Mule will survive. Not at all. Opa retaliates. That's good. He's a lone wolf at this point. What? What is happening at this point? Just one good shot is needed. UV!
He delivers!
UV saves
He has the time
man.
as
He
well.
saves the day.
Oh, that was so close, Raider. That was so close. I mean, last time he made the mistake, but this time he knew, he calculated all the risks, calculated the box angle as well, and then later on, those shots
Laid
were
on an
absolutely
operator.
phenomenal. I mean, just think about this. The turret is also shooting at you. You're so low in HP, but still he took the risk. Calculated, man. Calculated. Tea-Time getting the first onto the name. And finally, I feel that it's going to be a silence breaker.
In that respect, I doubt it. I don't think so. This is going to be a silence breaker because if your one individual guy is popping off, that doesn't mean the whole team is going to get the value in every single particular round in your favor. I'm talking about individuals like Equinox.
Right here.
So you have to push in. Equinox, if he is not going to be valuable, even for the same sake, I have to say Garv. Yes, he is getting some good frags, but if you compare that to what UV is bringing into the picture, I think Tea Time really needs to figure out what they have to do and how they have to pull through, because if that is not going to be the case, Team NJ can win the action. We have Flame performing in a very good manner. We have other individuals who are doing some fun stuff at this point. Let's just wait and watch. Let's see how much of a comeback is going to be there from Tea Time, because obviously as a defensive side team, they would like to have at least 4 rounds in their favor. The main goal would be like 6-6 from here, but then again, I think at least 4 rounds is needed for them.
Well, true. It is needed. But to have a good first half, well, I would rather say, yeah, good first half. It is 7-5. 7-5 is the scoreline. To be in the defense corner and have 5 rounds in the map of Haven. If it is a worst case scenario, 8-4. If it is the like the worst case scenario, then I can say 9-3. So you're catching the drift where I'm going there, Radar?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping that Tea Time can fix all of the issues. But like in the previous round, I could see Gurv popping off with his overdrive, and then even UV, you know, going ahead for those shots, calculating it, and then amping up the things to a spot where even NJ were left speechless. So I think that the team has already found their forte. They've found their, you know, like the perfect spot where they can go ahead, execute things in a really good manner. Like you mentioned, Equinox, that's one man who needs to focus down every single thing now. It's like a do or die. Do not consider this as a BO3, even though it is. Do not consider it as a BO3. Just go ahead, think it's a BO1, give your 100%, and that's where you'll be like, okay, fine, this is 100% I gave. All that I can give 200. So that's what I want from Equinox, because he's playing a very viable role, very big aspect in this particular map, because it's 3-sided, man. It's 3-sided, and attackers can move in from any nook and cranny. So you have to block down 2 sites under your own supervision. So it's a huge task. Might as well consider that.
See, the thing is, Azora, that I saw a Cypher pick, and at that moment I was like, no, this is not going to be easy for Tea Time. Cypher, it's a very valuable sentinel, but then again, you can't really stop the approach. If you have an opponent who has got a jet, he is just easily going to updraft and dash in, shut you down, and let his teammates enter the particular site. That's exactly what is happening every now and then. Equinox, his tripwires are not at all effective. Spy cam, what are you going to do? You can get the information up with that. You can have an idea, but that's exactly what NJ is trying to do. NJ is giving away the information every now and then. They are provoking you. to move in, to swing, and at that moment they are shutting you down. But anyway, guys, I would like to see how far this Sentinel approach is going to help them. I doubt it that it's going to be a very valuable scenario, because this is the moment you are on the defensive side. This is the moment where Sentinel has to be absolutely on point. But it seems like that NJ on the KJ is quite good, but Fluffy finds the first one. Satan gets taken down. Fluffy himself is way low, had to push back a bit, but he gets hit value. He gets the value.
Well, the initiator is down. No more recon. No more understanding. But the smoke, that's a big loss for NJ. Post-plant scenarios will be a tough nut to crack. And currently, it's just all eyes on towards the spawn itself. NJ still thinking, trying to reconsider onto what needs to be done. Here's the thing, they have put an alarm bot towards the lobby area, towards A section itself, just to understand if someone is pushing in deep to get that information. And right now, they're all comfortable. They know nobody's coming in for the backstab, so might as well just hold the entire site. Moving in towards side C, this can be a deadly encounter here.
Oh, wow.
Fluffy by Siddhas, Yuvi, look at him, so quick on his feet. And Curve as well.
Right on the other corner.
Never do this.
Reach. Ooh, this time the miss is going to be there. Deathlick as an individual, what he's going to do is the major question. Picks up the spike. Curve on the other corner is going to trace him. Oh, stunned by himself. That's interesting. This is what all commitments are all about. There you go. A fair share of trade. Romeo finally shuts the approach. Yes, guys, we have a urge of comeback coming in from Team Tea Time, because they've already lost enough rounds. 6 rounds going in the favor of attacking team. That does mean that they are just one step away of making sure that more than 50% of the job is done by them in the first half. And I think Tea Time is going to make sure that they stop all of that. The key factor here is shutting down UV. If you are able to get UV down, I think the entry is going to be a little bit more easier for NJ. But every now and then, as I can see, UV is the one which is just being like a wall, be it from garage or C mains. The swing that he's creating are absolutely dreadful.
Oh no, the push is coming through. Oh, but the shot is equally good. UV, he has found his footing, and right now it's Garv as well, chiming right on time, getting those frags. The team is unstoppable. And the push, the moment it just came in way too aggressive, it's all gone back. Look at Garv. Overextending, trying to get another information. He might as well get that as well. 69G! Why did you show your back? And, okay. I get it. I completely understand, Garv. Come on. That was a bit, reckless of a move.
One enemy remaining.
Thought I've got 2, why not get one more? But eventually that was not easy. But the plan is going to queue in. There you go. Land is here, so I don't think so that economical crunch is going to hurt them that much. But
Smart move.
going on to heaven, that's a good move. That's a good move. But the opponent have an idea about it. Yes. I guess. Oh, UV is there. I am not going to fear anymore. I mean, if UV is right there with his scope wide open, hard peeking onto this particular angle, I don't feel that Omen is going to get the value. There you go. Come on, there you go with the Iron Operator. This guy is going to operate in a very beautiful manner. There you go. 3-6 is the scoreline. It's a massive buy and massive uplifting of the motivation. UV is definitely pulling up some strings.
Oh, he is. He is. He definitely is. Alongside Garv, Garv is pushing forward. UV is just taking the charge by long shots. And it is working out because his aim is that snappy. So this operator is giving the maximum value. Since, I guess, the 7th round, it is there in the pockets of Tea Time. And they're continuously just going ahead, seeking value out of it, and it's working out for the team. Oppa, I would give 100% credits to this man from the corners of NJ. He's trying his level best. He's getting all of those aim battles being won as well, and right now understanding that a player is moving towards sewers, he knows he needs to wait it out. Nah, Fluffy. So squishy there.
That's it, guys. Look at UV. The shorty is just sitting right over there, wanting to completely shut the opponent down. What happened in that particular manner? Oppa! He steals action, comes up with a lockdown. That's it, guys. In the heaven, we'll get to see Romeo, but he has to push back. Plant is definitely going to come in. Oh, no. The placement of that lockdown was not that good, buddy. Yup, he gets denied. The plant is still going to be there. Felius is going to go for a plant. What is he doing? Like, he's just second guessing his thoughts at this point, but I don't think so the plant is going to be that much difficult. Well, finally the plant is over. Under Haven, we can see Fearless holding that particular angle. Opa gets paranoia. He is nearsighted at this point. But Romeo, will he swing? Will he swing or not? That's a big question at this point. Oh, the weapon is visible. Oh, he takes one down. That's bad, man. That's really bad. It's Omen versus Omen Fearless. What will he do?
Oh!
He will
Fearless
shut him down.
aware.
There you go.
He was so aware. He knew that a shrouded step was utilized the moment he was dropping a smoke. And that's where the angle was all open. Just imagine if, you know, Team Tea Time had cancelled that shrouded step, or it was very close to his feet itself. That would have been a brilliant move.
Yeah.
That would have been a 100 IQ move. But it's all right. Another round rolling in for the corners of NJ. And those kind of rounds are very crucial, very vital. Now all I can say is Tea Time, the moment they hit 5, I can say that it's a good first half.
Yeah. Yeah. They should be satisfied with that particular approach, but obviously hitting a 7-5 won't be easy. I think it's possible that 8-4 might come. Oh, Hunter's Fury pushing the players back. Damaging your
Team
own teammate,
damage.
buddy. Should have not been the case, but anyway, guys, it happens. But not a very big amount of damage on the hindsight. If you talk about Team Tea Time, they're not even scraped by that particular Hunter's Fury coming to the picture, so they are still intact, laying along, looking forward for some good steps. Oh, Aftershock. No, not Aftershock, but eventually the shock darts that are coming through are still being phenomenal. But UV versus UV, I want to see that operator approach coming to the picture. Fluffy finds one. One bolt going in. Will KJ find Garb? Yes, indeed. It's the Sova who gets it done. On the A shot, the paranoia hits.
Oh, the push!
That's it. Fearless is going to swing. That's it. Amazing, guys. I feel it is done and dusted. No chances. After shock, once again blows. This is the second time, if I'm not wrong, that Flick blowing Equinox out in an aftershock.
Round in the half.
When considering the way Equinox is playing, I'm having doubts, Like previously, whenever I used to see Equinox play, he was very quick on feet. He used to understand every single thing what's happening in the map, and the tripwires used to be on point. But this time, I could not see any tripwire moving in towards a seaside at all. It was only there towards the garage. But why are you giving the opportunity for the team to go ahead, parade towards the site itself? Just hold it down to the wire, and then the late round executions. Why is that coming into the picture? Go ahead, at least trade one guy out. Put down the weapon or two. I mean, that's the best you can do, because the opponent is going to go ahead, reinvest, and the economy will break. But not doing anything is just making their economy. It's just building an economy. And it's like those funds, right? Those mutual funds, which gives you like perfect returns as you go ahead, invest. And this is the
Yeah.
thing which is happening. Tea Time, well, whatever they have invested, it's all gone in drain. And NJ, no matter what they do, they're getting the investment. They're getting the return to it.
That's what matters, man. Yes, they had a little hiccup. Back-to-back 3 rounds was snagged away from the corner, all thanks to UV. But as I said earlier as well, Ozora, that if
Mhm.
there is only one particular guy who is outperforming the opponent, if he goes down, the whole team goes down. That's what is happening in the last few rounds. If you see both the 7th round that came into the favor of Team NJ and also the 8th one, the most recent round, in that particular scenario, we got to see UV failing. And if UV fails, the whole team is also in a similar trajectory. Specifically talking about Fluffy, yes, he's very good. He's one of the individuals who is right there on the top of level up leaderboard. But the fact is, even his teammates are following it up. Even his teammates are doing a great job at it and eventually getting some good picks. I think it's Equinox who is facing some technical difficulties. The way he's playing, he's got just one frag in 11 rounds. Now that is a massive, massive, massive statement. The least that NJ has got is 7 frags, and that too when it comes to Deathwick, he has blown Equinox 2 times with an aftershock. I mean, you don't have to do anything. You just have to appoint that aftershock in the right manner, and you get the value. That is one of those happier moments when you get frags from like a turret, or maybe from a paint shell nade, maybe from a swarm grenade. When utils bring you the frags, I think we are the happiest one.
Yeah, true. And that's what separates this game with the others, right? The amount of massive utilities you have to go ahead, appoint it at the right direction. Oppa having an operator here, being in the attacker's half, this is very doubtful. I believe he needs to give to Fluffy, because he can bring the
Yeah.
maximum value out of it. I mean, I do get it. I do understand Tea Time goes ahead for the backstabs once or twice, but it's not a regular affair, right? If it was, Oppa
Mhm.
having the operator would have been a perfect choice. But all right, let's see what will happen in the next following round. But for now, the technical pause is for Romeo. He's going to be, going ahead soon, reconnecting into the game as well. But looking at the way they have the economy being set, Stingers into picture just because the ultimate is ready. And I mean, I do get it. Long range fights can be taken, and the close range burst shots, that's always going to help out. So, Tea Time already thinking one step ahead. But Equinox, he needs to think, I guess, 10 steps ahead now, if I'm not wrong.
Let's see how far these values are going to come through. I think, as you rightly said, yes, they are miles away. I also think that Garv playing on that Marshall, if you're investing on a Marshall, I think better go on a Stinger or maybe even a Spectre. If you don't have that much creds, then I guess it is possible that Stinger is going to help him a bit, because a Marshall on a full shield, I don't feel a lot of damage you can do on to the opponent, because the opponents are already readily available with either ARs or an operator. So a one shot, one kill type of scenario can follow up. Opa with the operator can be valuable. I believe that is quite possible, because look at his precision onto Ghost, look at his precision on Vandals. He has been good at it. So that might be the case. And I also agree with your points that the backstab might not come in this particular last round. Although, when we look at the ultimates, guys, we have two ultimates already available at this point from Team Tea
Hmm.
Time. We have the Overdrive and also the Blade activated. I mean, not activated for now, but maybe they won't be able to save it, because this is the last round of the first half, so there is nothing to really save at this point. You have to go all
Nothing.
in. From the other corner, if I'm not wrong, from the Shadow was available, so we have three ultimates coming to the picture: one from the attacking side, two from the other particular perspective of defenders. I think they can utilize it in a fruitful manner. Specifically, if I talk about UV, he can be good with Bladestorm. He has done that in the previous rounds. Even with the old drive, I have seen Gurv doing phenomenal stuff. So let's just wait and watch after the technical timeout is done and dusted. I think these two guys can be the icebreaker and make it possible for the
For
team
sure.
to bring an 8-4 at least.
For sure. I mean, there have been like bad situations, worse scenarios, but still the team is sticking by. They are maintaining that harmony, they're maintaining that chi. That's going to be Tea Time. I mean, judging by the way this is an attack sided map, I always feel bad for the teams who are starting in defense, because it always demotivates you right off the bat. Because no matter what happens, the attackers will have a ball, they will know where to go. If one link is weak in the three joints, then all you have to do is hit the weak link. And in this case, it was always A. They were leaving it for retake, and the moment the retake kicks in, it's just that the players are not rotating at the right time. And that's Equinox. Not even reaching towards the site is affecting, because the buddy system is already disbalanced in that situation. So making that perfect will be one of the key major aspects, and I'm hoping that the team can
Yeah.
at least maintain that harmony in the last round, so that the first half can at least end on a note of 8-4 rather than it ending on a note of 9-3. So that's one place where I think that the team needs to understand what needs to be done and not go aggressive, because attackers, like the way they're having a day right now, the aim is snappy, it's all hitting on the point, it's hitting right on target. So if you go ahead, aggress forward, I do get it, it'll give you a frag or two, but after that you have no one to trade for your body. So all of that difference, whichever you create, is all gone. So do not do that. Do
Yeah.
not go all aggressive. Just wait for those trades to just kick in.
That was the mistake done by the previous particular teams, and that's exactly what the mistake is that is being done by this particular team as well. I would like to see, as you rightly said, from Team Time, that the trade fires are going to queue in. A little bit of a patience game is going to be obviously appreciated.
Right.
Along with that, I would like to say the Sentinel pick from the start of Agent Select screen. I was doubting this approach, and that's exactly what is hurting them. Because see, there
You're
has
putting
to
some
be an
salt on the
obstacle.
wounds, Raider.
I mean, I have to just go ahead and address that wound so that you can patch it up in the
I do
next
get it.
map. Don't go for Cypher. It's a very good Sentinel, but this is not the way to
Yeah.
utilize it, man, because one updraft or an aftershock or maybe a shock dart is going to get that repair out of the equation. With a spy cam, you can get the info, but that's exactly what Team NJ is trying to give you. They're giving you info on C, B, and A. Now it's your choice which side you are
Right.
going to defend. Go ahead and get it done. But the flanks that are coming in, the backstabs that are coming in, that is also quite amazing. I really have to say once again, Cypher
Yeah.
pick I don't know why I'm saying this back and forth. I have my own reasons behind it, but don't go for Cypher. There is a far better sentinel for you. That is KJ. Please utilize it because KJ, the swarm grenades can be appointed from far ahead, and eventually you can get a lot of value, be it the postman scenario or eventually the plant scenario. You can push back your opponents. Turret can be efficient for that same reason.
Yeah.
For backstabs, you have the particular bot as well, alarm bot as well. So that is also going to be quite valuable. And in order to completely open up the site, you have the lockdown. I want to ask you, Azura,
Definitely.
do you have any defensive points for me against a KJ? Do you want to stand with a Cypher? Just tell me that.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I
Yeah.
believe that if I say I'm gonna pick Cypher and be in your ranked game, you're gonna be like, bro, can I DQ from you? Like, I don't want to play alongside you, so I don't want to be that guy. And I do get it. I completely understand why KJ is a big, major aspect in this particular map, especially in the map of Haven. I mean, in others, Cypher, no beef to you, man. I mean, Cypher is a really good pick in other maps, but not
Even
in
in
this
Sunset,
one.
it is phenomenal.
Like, yeah, even in Sunset, it's phenomenal. Just imagine B being completely locked down, fortified for markets, whether it be B main, you can't enter anywhere. Moreover, the spy cam as well. Put it on the tree, put it right on top, you'll get all the information you need. But moving on in this map, it's so open, it's so wide. You cannot get the benefit of being a Cypher. Always stick to KJ when it comes to the map of Haven. And that's one big mistake. So I want to see, moving on in the attack side, what will happen. What's going to be the fix right there? Because I know for a fact that the turret is going to be staring down all the opponents whoever move in from garage. So it'll give a lot of information. Plus there's another major thing to it. The alarm bot. Man, anyone who steps foot towards side B, alarm bot, instant information. Okay, fine, a player is moving in towards here, immediate rotation towards that corner. That's pretty much it. But Cypher, like, it's more centralized towards Cypher today, right, Raider?
Yeah. The
So
day
I
is
guess
for Cypher,
we
man.
need to move this to a podcast rather than keep it in a showdown series.
Let's go for it.
But yeah, for sure, man. But the pick is not that great. It's very anticlimactic. So I do want to see how Tea Time is gonna be understanding the situation and rectifying it. That's a major thing which we are looking for, right? Rectification of this mistake. So we'll see how that happens. But for that, we need a player to come back into the server, and I believe it's Romeo.
Yeah. But now I would like to shift my attraction from Cypher to the double duelist comp. Double duelist comp on a defensive side. What is happening, man? I have to say this for Tea Time, the composition part for them, the agent select, that is so tricky. Yeah, go on, Azura.
For that, I have a counter. Raider. Like, here's the thing, right? They knew that they're starting from a defense perspective, and after that, they have to go for an attack side as well. So having the fast pace, high gear action coming in, that's Garv choosing Neon and UV choosing Jet. I believe they're gonna bring in the deadly duo, man. That's my take on it. But moving forward, let's see how
Azura,
this last round
the difference.
will go.
Look at the difference.
Yeah, I do get it.
It is possibly a 9-3 difference. With two duelists, how far can you come back in the game? Oh, the martial shot actually got connected. That's amazing. Good picks coming in, but we'll able to follow it up. That's exactly what I was fearing for. The Blade Storm is going to be there. UV gets one pick.
Oh, good
He
headshot.
won't be able to get more. UV gets two. Epic retaliates by taking on UV from the shadow. Is going to get utilized. He steps away from this death trap on C. And as we can see, the Omen is right now looking forward to approach to an A side. Now we have one initiator, one controller, and Sentinel surviving in the picture. Let's see. I think it's a possible 9-3, but maybe things are going to change.
Man, I feel bad for Garv. Why go in for that spam when you have your ultimate, the overdrive? It could have been such a great situation. Jet would have been dead. The complete fortification of the site. He wouldn't have been losing his life as well. But ultimately, this is what it is. Mid being completely understood that the opponents, they're not
30
here.
seconds left.
Defenders, they're waiting towards site A just because of one ultimate. That's from the shadows. Fearless has kept them on their feet, on their toes. But the push, it's very much known. This is the power of miscommunication. The head being ripped right off the bat, and Fearless capitalizing this moment. It's a 2v2 and a post-plant scenario coming in.
Spike planted.
Lead. Fearless drops down. Ooh, he misses.
Oh no!
Should have not been the case, but Fearless still survives, and there you go, gets a 3K. And yes, we have a 9-3 scoreline. Amazing indeed at this point. NJ rolling it out with a big difference. Like, they have made sure that the lead is threefold at this point. 3 rounds in the favor of Team Tea Time on the high side. Triple it up. We have 9 rounds of a lead. I mean, 9 rounds to be precise in total in the favor of Team NJ. Obviously, they have a lead of 6 good rounds. That is going to give them the buffer. If they make certain mistakes, if they lose the pistol round, they still have a major difference between them and their opponent. It could be a possible 9-5 scoreline. But for that to happen, Team Tea Time, you have to win. You have to show me personally why this double duelist comp is going to work.
Well, that's true. I really want to see what will happen next. Garv could have easily converted the previous round, but that mistake, my oh my, it's gonna haunt him. It's gonna give him PTSDs. Tea Time for now, moving in towards garage, having a very singular approach, not even thinking about who's there at the back, because they have no clue. It's just that thing waiting for the device, one by one, every single one of them biting the dust, but it's Tea Time out of nowhere, getting the capitalization.
Spike planted.
Last man standing. Opa. Of course, he cannot do much. All he needs to do is go ahead, spray, and just stall till the moment where he can reach towards the site.
It's highly probable at this point that this lad is going to do anything impressive. I mean, he can go for a 1v2, but as we can see, the time is running out.
That's a good smoke.
Weapon is not that good. He has got a classic to play along with. There goes some shots. Obviously damaging it out, but Opa still finds 8x. That's amazing. Now at the 3 HP clutch, I doubt it. There you go. Romeo with a 3K. 4-9 is the scoreline. They were able to plant. They were able to go for post plant. They were able to get the total control, but that like you beauty. Holding in the corners. Nobody checked it out. And this guy was able to get the right value. But even after that, if you see, 3 other guys were just not fruitful in this round from the sides of Team NJ.
Well, they knew when push comes to shove, they couldn't do much. The push came in from C main, the C long area, and alongside the garage. So, good amount of fracking potential as we can see from the corners of Tea Time. Currently, Garv again rectifying his mistake. He has a marshal in hand. The players, they have creeped up way too close. One frag already get his second one on board, and the third one can also be on his name. Fluffy shuts down 2, but instantly gets retaliated. NJ, they did manage to throw down 2 weapons, but not more than that. I believe it's just a replication of the same scenario which was there previously. NJ started, they got the pistol round, they got the bonus as well. And then later on, 2 weapons were dropped from their corner as well. Finally, the buy round has come in for NJ. So let's see how they can go ahead capitalize this one. They just don't have to be aggressive. They have to just hold it down to the wire. Just wait for the push to come in. They have good amount of agent selections here, so they can go ahead, execute things in a really good manner.
Let's wait and watch if that's going to be the case. Time. Oh, on the attacking side, they are just phenomenal. Look at you shutting down Fluffy. That flick also goes on. Romeo finds a 2K. Oh my god, that's just amazing. The way this guy is stepping it up. Opa! He finds Garv out of the equation, but the fact is he's already down to like 30% of HP. Has no utils to really play along with. I think A side is pretty much accessible. That's exactly what these guys are trying to go for. Equinox deep into the side. UV following the steps. On the hindsight, yes, we'll get to see Romeo also slowly moving into the particular angles, and also from away shot, Sova. I think it's a save round. Let's go for a save. Don't go for overcommitments. If you go, economical crunch is going to hit so severely that the differences will be like very marginalized. It is possible that if they lose the next round, it is quite possible that it's going to be a 9-7 scoreline.
Ooh, the docs are here. The docs are here. The entire team reconsidering onto what needs to be done. For now, not being aggressive can be one thing which they can start forward things with. The way the mid pick came in, instant retaliation onto Fluffy, and Fluffy biting the dust just made the entire lineup very weak. So that needs to be fixed. Moreover, taking 2 weapons forward can be a vital thing. Oppa, even though his HP is way too low, it's just that the comfort onto Sova that he has his full shield available, ready to go for the next following round will be crucial. just like the DDR5 RAM sticks and the SSDs, which you guys can get. All the information is down there in the description, as well as the chat section. It has been pinned. So go ahead, understand what you can do with your PC, upgrade it, and make it better.
Let's just see. 6-9, the scoreline definitely looks something where tricky spots are going to get hit. Okay, there's a recon bolt. Getting the information, that's kind of good. But will they be able to follow it up? Oh, lovely shot on UV. Barely surviving, barely. I believe he's down to single digits of HP. But as I can see, Fluffy's backstab is going to get stopped. Yeah, that was so amazing. The amount of damage that he was able to reflect. One particular shot that was amazing. But Curve, he's pushing in. He's already...
Curve?
He's going to get swung from 2 different angles. Was able to push back, otherwise this could have been a downfall for him. But Fluffy collects a weapon. I believe that's a bulldog. That's amazing. This sneaky peeky pick is going to help him a lot. Now from here, it's a 4v5 equation. And along with that, I believe I have to say this is more or less like a 3v5 equation. Because UV is already down to like 5% of HP. If he is going to get taken down, it's not going to be tough. Oh, some shots being relayed after shot goes in. But they still survive.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, nobody can understand what's the gravity of the situation. Romeo being the last man standing. Seems like it's all a pickle jam.
30 seconds left.
He can go ahead, use this from the shadows, but it won't be that effective. Oppa! Being the older brother here, carrying it for the team, getting those frags, crucial frags, and a round as well. Double digit being hit by NJ. This is big. And this team, every single time, whenever they hit the double digit, right, Raider, they're very confident.
Yep.
They're very confident. And the gameplay, all of a sudden, it's like tweaked up with all goodness and wholesomeness.
I guess so. That is going to be the case because now you're just 3 steps away from winning the first map and taking the control of a BO3 equation. They would be looking forward to doing that. Recon bolts initially, obviously giving up the information of where the players could be. Yep, they were able to appoint it quite correctly. 3 individuals have been revealed. Oh, lovely shot by UV. Fluffy and his operator, not so good anymore. Not so effective anymore. Top darts going in.
Oh
But
no!
here comes the overdrive. Here comes the overdrive. Will he be able to get the value? No, so far, yes. Finally, Glove gets one. But Oppa, he still survives. It's a 2k for him. Finally, a trade-off by Equinox. Let's see if he's going to drop from him or not. Fearless going in for Paranoia. It's a 1v3 equation. Highly improbable that this guy won't be able to survive at this moment. Goes in for short step, but even before that could have happened, Equinox attains good headshot.
I was about to say he's being a smooth criminal, and then at the same time, Equinox is like, alright, all those mistakes of me picking Cypher, nah, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna pop off with my aim. And that's one thing this man knows to do so well. He's an absolute behemoth in the server, but today he's just so quiet, so calm. I want to see this man explode. I want to see him go ahead, toe-to-toe, knock a lot many jabs here onto the opponents. The push comes through towards side A, and it's all under siege. Instant control being taken, and a post-plan scenario coming in real soon. Oppa had to run away for his life, and for now, he's gonna be washing hands from it as well.
Spike planted.
In the heaven, we do see Shadow Step being utilized. Okay, not exactly where I wanted to see him, but then again, Cyber Cage being appointed. We have the ultimate coming through. Look at the timing. Both the guys peeked in, but nobody got the info. Oh, actually, that spy cam is going to get all the info. Yeah, they got it. They have the idea of where the player is, but Fluffy still finds UV. That's good. We won't be able to take Cypher down. Equinox survives and will be able to move in. It's a 2v4 equation. The pushes are there. The classics won't be valuable, but the Sheriff will be just for one pick. Instant retaliation from the other guy as well. 8-10 is the scoreline. Massively closing the gap that was there between them and their opponent. Team T-Time is definitely back.
Placing alarm bot.
Well, I would really want to see the KJ playing in towards BNC. It's not working out being in A side. The complete side is given control for just because of those high gears coming in. The way Neon just dashes through towards the side itself, it just makes me shiver. And that's one thing which I'm not trying to understand from the corners of Appa. He's not understanding. He's not taking this entire situation that readily. Romeo on the other corner gets the initial frag, so the flashes are out of picture.
Yeah, not just that, the value that an initiator can bring is just not going to come so far. Yes, you do have a Sova, all drones going in, trying to check where the players could be. The position is revealed. This is not at all good. 69G would have been like unscathed, then maybe there was a good possibility that he's going to pick it up. But neural theft, for the first time, if I'm not wrong, in last 18 rounds, I can see a neural theft coming in. That's how suppressed Equinox was, but lately he is popping off. Paranoia goes in, denying the entry on B. Yes, there were Swarm Druids pretty much appointed over there. I guess it's a A hit once again coming to the picture, where we can see a total control being established by the KJ probably. Lockdown going in, making sure that few more seconds are going to get wasted even before something valuable happens. As you can see, the plan is still going to be the case. Okay, there you go, the plan is done. And he survives.
Oh my god. It already feels like a lost cause here. 69G is going ahead, obliterating his enemies through the walls. Equinox is holding a very crucial angle. It's all onto his shoulders. The moment he sees someone tapping, he needs to go ahead, get those frags, but his position has been revealed. Shock darts coming through, a post plant being created so well. T-Time still swinging by, but he loses his fight. Oppa getting the capitalization as well. The last man standing, Satan cannot do much as well as the defuse is going to be stuck by. Equinox had all the weight onto his shoulders, but he kept spamming those shots. Kept spamming. Why? Wait for the opponents to go ahead, tap the defuse.
Yeah. Let them set, let them be comfortable, then go for a good shot. You can easily catch them off guard, but that is not the case. Like, they committed, which in turn became an overcommitment. They could have like waited a little bit longer. Patience was not there. 8-11 is the scoreline, 1 step away from the match point and 2 steps away from their victory in the very first map of this BO3. Remember, this is the upper bracket qualifiers that we are talking about. If you drop down, you still have a cushion of lower bracket. But nobody really wants to go onto the lower bracket. Once again, the aggressive stance is going to be there. Everybody is just hitting the A side, and we can see that the ultimates are also there. If the plant is going to get kicked, I guess at that point Rolling Thunder will be utilized.
Spike planted.
A lot of time. No Rolling Thunder. I'm surprised with this approach. Okay, finally for the post plant, this guy wants to go with the Rolling Thunder and Paranoia.
Oh, the combination is deadly. Frags, it needs to ponder Gurv.
What?
What a way to shut down 2 plays right off the bat, and UV taking charge. Taking the command, getting the 9th on board. Well, this team, they're all filled with surprises. Look at the way Death Flick, the moment he took out all of his arsenal, took out all of the A game, he was instantly blown into bits. Gurv, man oh man, he's filled with surprises. Sitting on 19 kills onto himself, and Romeo, he's stepping up big time for the team.
Yeah. Yup, indeed. The way this guy is getting those frags for the team is absolutely amazing. Already on a 20 frag. He is looking forward to get few more values for the team. But once again, we can see a total aggressive stance being delivered. It's 9-11 scoreline that I'm talking about. Let's see if something valuable is going to come through from here. But obviously, when you have an economical crunch, every single guy is just trying to push in from the back. Oh, why? Everybody is shooting. Now they will have, the opponents will have the information that you have more than one.
Spike planted.
I mean, these small mistakes that these guys are doing are obviously costing them, man.
It is going to be costing them. But it's all as a ruse, right? I mean, at the end, it's a 5-man squad trying to rush down to the wire. Satan just holding down the wire. Knows that things can go crazy here, but he's going to be taking down Oppa.
1 enemy remaining.
The judge will judge. It did manage to get one there, but it's in retaliation, and the shutdown coming in. T-Time, they're capitalizing their weaponry game so well. But moving forward, NJ have the money now. So what's it gonna be?
I think they will definitely look forward to win this one, man. That's the only option. Otherwise, it will be a 11-11 scoreline and you will be once again back to economical crunch. It is going to hurt them a lot. I feel this is the round where they have to push and get the value. Well, on the hindsight, if you see, it's a straight-up C approach. I can see that there are 5 individuals, all 5 of them are pushing right there. Yep, here comes the overdrive. Paranoia is going to kick in. Location has been revealed as well along the way, but don't do that mistake. Fearless catches Gurv right in the smoke, shuts him away. The plan is going to come in, but we do have from the shadow the ultimate to get the information on C mains. If the players are holding at that particular angle, he can actually swing onto that area. Owl drone versus owl drone. This is interesting. After shock to block off the box, and from there Opa for a backstab. This will be fun to watch. What Opa can do can be great. I mean, that guy can easily bring the game back. Oh, he's about to swing on UV. Oh, UV gets it. UV gets him out. Does Fury outline.
One enemy remaining.
Swings coming through. Fluffy, fearless, phenomenal, and here comes the defusal. We have the match point of this game. NJ still survives, and they won't go down in this particular round. Obviously, there were blunders being done in the previous one, but this one, they had to snag it away, and they did it.
Well, Drew, they snatched it. It was a close one right there. Garv should have just gone ahead, waited for the opponents to, push through. But through the smoke, he was taken down, and one by one, it was like a dominoes effect we just saw, we witnessed right in front of us. For now, tea time, they have the money for this particular round, but it's pretty much it, right? They have to shine. They have to get 3 rounds back to back. Else one mistake and done. Fluffy understands what's the gravity of the situation. Gets one, gets the second one as well. Oh, the early losses here. It's gonna be a big one. It's gonna hurt. One player just went ahead, removed the backstab controlling agent alongside a Neon as well. The high speed devil that she is. So it already feels like this round is all down to these 3 players, hoping for what they can do. From the shadows available for late round executions, but it's those frags, it's those point of contacts which needs to be done on point. Opa, location revealed, but little does Romeo know that if he moves forward, then he's going to be calling in Tango and saying that, you know what, I have been judged.
Well, it does feel like that this is the last round. Oh my god, Fearless once again securing a good angle to play along with. The spike is dropped. Satan X, you are the last man standing. You can redeem the game from here, but I don't think so. It's gonna be that easy.
Oh, double
Look at him
kick.
getting circled from both the angles, and even from the back angle. We have one more player surviving. 69G shots him away. 13-10 is the scoreline. Way too close of a competition. The very first map of this BO3 resulted in some fast-paced action and heart-pounding moments. That's amazing the way these 2 teams performed. Obviously have to give a big ups to Team Tea Time, to be honest, because the way they were able to come back specifically in the second half, but that was amazing. But what a play, man. What a play. Look at Team NJ. They're having a sigh of relief that, oh, finally we were able to do it. Oh, here's the flame. Here's the Spidey.
Yeah. He is a Spidey. His Spidey sense was tingling since the beginning, He's trying to understand what's going on and then just going ahead, obliterating all the enemies right off the bat, trying to do every single stunt that he can. So yeah, his Spidey sense were tingling a lot. But talking about the way Tea Time just went ahead for the last round approach, I mean, hands down, that was not the way you had to execute. Just wait it out, just wait for the opponents to be aggressive, and that's what happened. But they couldn't capitalize much. If it was a 1-for-1 trade, I would have been very happy, but Equinox couldn't do much there as his hands were tied, literally tied. So
Well, in the defensive half, when he had to be the most valuable one, yes, he was lacking behind. I won't go on those points once again, guys, because it is going to be a long conversation, honestly.
smug
But
smile
anyway.
there.
I mean, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Equinox as an individual is
Yeah,
phenomenal. But all thanks to his selection, he was kind of sitting on the back ends every now and then. He became the last one to play, and he was also getting shut down every now and then, and no entries were getting denied. But same was happening from the other side as well. The Jet was there, Updraft, and eventually the dashes that were coming in from both the duelists. That was amazing. The fast-paced duelists that they were able to choose the time, I guess that was one of the best blessing in disguise for them, because they were pushing in. The moment that the other guys, or should I say from Team NJ, the moment when they were getting the insight that somebody has already infiltrated our side, they were already done and dusted. They were already getting taken down. That's how fast-paced action was coming in. A side definitely is the weakest link for both the particular teams. I have to say this. Be Team NJ, while they were attacking, they were absolutely on point with the executes on A side, and same goes for the other particular team as well. T-Time was also very efficient with their pushes, with their slams onto one and only A side. So that was a good approach for them, I believe.
Well, true. I mean, but here's another thing, right? Every single time, whenever we're seeing Oppa being the big brother, he's holding the entire side down on his own. I do understand, I do get it. But the turret placement, it was at the same spot. Every single time. It could have just taken one utility or a couple of utility shock darts and it would have been gone. Poof. So why take those odds? Try mix and match things. Try to understand that you can place the turret anywhere you can get. It's not that in that specific corner itself, the turret will say, no, it doesn't work like that. All you have to do is be innovative, be creative. Here's the place where the KJ is more valuable. That's C and B, being right at the dead center of it, trying to understand where the push is coming from, place the turret towards garage itself. That's like the textbook approach, or I would say Boaster kind of approach. So those kind of things were like missing, but ultimately they were just making do with whatever they can get. The team was quick on feet, they had some really good rotations. That's the reason the late round executions were perfect. But just imagine if a Sentinel goes ahead and just messes up one corner, then the entire site is under control of the opponent. That's the major thing which I wanted to highlight here. So yeah, in the later games, if they try to mix and match things, I bet it will be good for them. But moving forward, Raider, next map,
go on, man.
Tea time. It's already tough time for them right now. It's not even tea time, it's all gone past the time. So I'm hoping that they're going to be prepared and they have some good amount of agent select. So we'll see how that entire thing goes on, right?
Definitely, we have to see that. And if I'm not wrong, NJ is going to be on the defensive side of this map of Sunset, the second map to be precise. So NJ, I think, yes, they will make sure that they will have the control. But even before that, let's talk about the scoreboards. Yes, I can see Neon doing some phenomenal stuff. But look at Romeo and Jet, exactly at the similar picture. 278 ACS in the favor of Neon, but on the hindsight, if you talk about UV and Romeo, they're also pretty close to it. So yes, they were able to bring the value. Cypher on the other corner, I mean Equinox, definitely the weakest link, but still he was able to bring the action back, and all thanks to him and his teammates. Team T-Time were able to come back from a scoreline of 9-3 against a scoreline of 13-10. So I mean, 7 rounds in their favor. That's amazing.
Well, true, 7 rounds on their favor. And making that a bank for themselves, even though some mistakes were committed here and there, still they did not mind at all. Garv, kudos to him, man. The way he just went forward, being the aggressive lad out there in the last couple of rounds, there was not much of him shining, else he would have been sitting at least 30 frags onto his name, judging by the way he had his ultimate, the way he was just popping off. Definitely the most feared person. I was thinking it was Fluffy who's gonna take the MVP, but look at how tables turn, Garv going ahead, trying to be the smartest lad and the aim duelist that he can always be. Did manage to get 20 kills, but that's not enough, right? You need more than that. You need the entire team's effort to get those late round executions, to get those rounds, and then eventually the victory as well. But the map number 1, which is Heaven, it's already gone. It's out of the picture, okay? Second map. We have to see something very, very devious or mischievous coming in from T-Time. That's where things can go towards overtime. Or the third map, sorry, not the overtime, third map. That's the textbook language for third map, yes. So I'm hoping that things can go sort much better for him for the next following map. Till then, we're going to take a small little break. We'll be back on the other side.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Esports Club Showdown Series Season 2 Valorant, powered by Crucial by Micron, GPU partner Zotac Gaming, and media partner Gossip.gg. It's me, Azura Aiden, alongside Raider. The first game, map number 1, we have already witnessed. Second game, map number 1. Alright, okay, guys. It was Haven, but things did not pan out good for Tea Time. Not at all. The way they just went ahead thinking that taking Cypher can bring that perfect harmony between themselves. No, it did not work out. So moving forward, second map, Raider, what are your views?
I think it's Sunset, and obviously NJ is going to start on the defensive side. I think that is going to be quite crucial to watch how they're going to set up the particular side, because if you see, yes, you can hold off the whole B main, you can go for Boba angles to play along with, you can take the B as well. Along with that, I believe the mid approaches are going to be quite amazing as well. But in this particular map, I guess when you talk about a Sentinel, Cypher is the best option that you have. Whenever Sunset comes in, I guess the default, the first pick that you should have is a Cypher for sure. Following it up, obviously, Gecko, so that you can go for a long plant, I mean, without showing yourself in the side, or without going deep into the side or enemy's trajectory, you can go for a plant or maybe for a diffusal as well with your wingman. The dizzy can give you the positions, because obviously in the map of Sunset you have a lot of nook and crannies where people love to hide and hold. So all those equations are also going to get cleared away. For now, it does feel like that the defenders, that means NJ, they are going for the classic approach. There is nothing different from their corner. Fluffy can go for a jet. I think that can be a little bit more valuable, but he decides to go with the neon. So let's see how far this value is going to come now.
Yeah, true that. Neon again, let's see. High speed character, high speed diva, hoping forward to get some multiple frags. Site entry is one of the things, but the only but situation here is that the traps, it needs to be cleared before she can even enter towards the space. So that's one thing which the team needs to be ready and amped up for. And I believe Deathflick, he's going to have a tough time doing that, judging by the way the tripwires can be established in multiple directions, multiple ways. To understanding where exactly it is will be a tough task. So here's where Sova comes into the picture. Sova. Whoever are the Sova mains out there, if you know the lineups, you can easily disable those tripwires which are holding towards B main. I mean, I do understand going towards market, you have to do it solo, you have to do it manually, but utilizing it towards the B main, that will be very easy. So I cannot see any Sova. So hoping forward that this team is all prepared for these kind of tactics, and how they can do it, that needs to be understood right there.
Let's see what happens. Flame, he is definitely flaming high at this point. I would love to see how impressive of a performance he is going to bring to the picture. Trust me, this map of Sunset can either break the momentum or bring in a complete 2-0 scoreline in the favor of one and only team NJ, as they do have the advantage. They would like to follow up on it, and I think for me personally, I feel that they are also at a comfortable spot. When you are on the defender's side in this particular map of Sunset, you can build in a good setup and make sure that you bring the value. On the hindsight, if you talk about the initiators that NJ are rooting for, it's Breach and Gecko, if I'm not wrong. So that's again a very good approach. There is nothing unholy about it or difficult about play with. No harm in that, rightly said. Along with that, I believe the smoke omen definitely valuable from B to A, and regenerative smoke, shrouded steps, all of those things along with paranoia are going to be immensely valuable. But it feels like that the competition is just going to be very, very crunchy, just like the previous game. I feel the scoreline might just go to 13-11.
Why not tell overtime, Raider? Why not tell overtime is my question, huh?
I mean, just for the sake of Team NJ, I want them to win, bro. That's it.
Oh wow, you've already picked sides. So I'm gonna be I'm not gonna be picking any sides. I'm gonna be at the side where whichever team wins, I'm at their side. Okay, so let's see how things unfolds in this map.
Sure.
Pistol round being one of the most vital things. It decides the momentum, it gives you those rounds, and looking forward, the way Tea Time is just going ahead, getting that mid aggression on point, they are in for a treat.
Let's see how feisty the reactions are going to be. NJ versus Tea Time. Mid control. Oh, why walking like that, bro? The mid control can be lost from here. Gurv already pushing in with a raise. First thing, I mean, Gurv can be valuable. Flashbang goes in, making sure players are going to get pushed away. But we have a pick coming in. Gurv finds a 2K. Phenomenal stuff. Fluffy, Deathflick, both of them have been taken down. Very good start for lads of Team Tea Time. This is amazing, but Opa, until unless he survives, you can't go far. Following it up, 69G. Fearless picks the fourth one, and the last one is going to be the Smoke Agent Omen. He's the last, but not the least, I believe. Romeo. I guess he's facing some technical difficulties again. He was the MVP of the previous game, but he won't be the MVP of this round, I believe.
Romeo, we did see him pop off. Currently, the information is unknown. Look at 69 grams just waiting it out there. Trying to hold it down to the wire. But Romeo, he's busy talking to his Juliet. Come on, man. Get back into the game. We want to see some action.
Yeah, sir. For sure.
But for now,
NJ
getting the fourth round again. The pistol, the pistol is very valuable. And again, NJ getting it right off the bat. It's one sign only. Okay, 6'9" Gram understands the gravity of the situation, races towards the spawn, instantly finishes him off as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah, where was I? The gravity of the situation. So, the bonus,
Mhm.
it's going to be in the favor of NJ. They're going to hands down, savor it, trying to go ahead, create the difference right off the bat itself. Being in the defense, again, you have that early round advantage itself onto knowing what kind of pushes you can witness from the opponent team. And that's one thing which Team NJ does so well, understanding the pattern, realizing what the team does, and then adapting, overcoming that situation. Sorry, to overcome that
True.
situation. There is no word such as overcoming.
Let's see if that's going to be the case or not for these individuals. I mean, NJ, after winning the first round, the pistol round, you do have the bonus buy. I think they would like to invest on some Bulldogs, maybe Guardians, maybe even going heavy with the Vandals as well. On the hindsight, for the CT side, for the attacking team, for them, I guess it is going to be troublesome. And as we can see, yes, indeed, it's a technical timeout that is going to be here. Well, it will bringing the time where these two teams can plan, plot, figure out, and then execute in the upcoming rounds. Won't be an easy one to be precise for the lads of Team Tea Time, but I really have to say this: the start that Tea Time brought was amazing, especially thanks to Garv, the 2K that he was able to get. But if you see after that, nothing of a value came through from anybody from this particular team of Team Tea Time,
I
because
mean, what
Garv
were they
got taken down
expecting?
after that. It was they were expecting
What
that
were
they're
they
going to push
expecting?
in, swing in, and get the right value in the favor, but that didn't happen. Opa was right there stopping. Opa was able to get a 2K, and after that, it was 69G. Then Fearless came into the picture, and the last pick, obviously, it was by 69G in his favor.
One thing, Raider, that I feel
Hmm.
about Team Tea Time, they have tough
Yeah.
time understanding whether to commit or not.
Okay.
In the last round itself, when Garv got those two headshots instantly,
Yeah.
they should have actually headed towards the site itself. Garv moved forward, Velm was also alongside him. The combination was deadly. One flash and the information would have been retrieved, but no, nothing of that sort came in. It was again a mid, and draw towards mid, and then just trying to understand, get more frags. And the commitment didn't come
True.
through. If they would have committed, it would have been a different scenario. But the spike, that's one thing which I want to highlight. It was still at spawn. So they were on a, hunt to kill people.
They were. They were trying to like get the upper hand, specifically in terms of the manpower. They had that upper hand in their favor, but the other guys that followed from the mid, that was the, I guess, wrong approach from my sides, from what I can decipher from the previous round. I mean, Garv is there. I do believe that Garv was able to get the first two picks. Yeah, that is absolutely amazing. But after that, they could have decided to let it go. From the mid, Garv was infiltrating. Other guys could have followed from B mains. That could have been a better approach, or somebody could have stopped right over there, or swung onto the left side so that they can check out if somebody is peeping in from Boba angle, or maybe some CT spawn angles could have been cleared at that point. But as you rightly said, definitely stopping in the mid area, trying to confront the fight without even infiltrating the site, obviously was something that went wrong for these individuals. Now the case is quite strong for Team NJ, as they do have a 1-0 scoreline in the BO3 as well. Along with that, even in this map of Sunset, they start quite good. Their start is quite good, to be honest. But if Garv and his teammates could have timed their attack a little bit better, if they could have decided to like infiltrate the side and not go for the mid approaches, it could have easily been a 1-0 scoreline for them. But anyway, guys, all said and done, that is a probability that would have come. Currently, the reality is it's Team NJ who has got the upper hand in their favor. They have got the bonus rounds. They have got some good buy to play along with. I think Sunset is a map specifically where you definitely have to go util heavy. So if you have buy,
Yeah,
you have to
you
make
have
sure,
to.
first of all, you have to have your utils in your favor. And on the high side, when it comes to tea time, see an initiator which has not been into the meta for so long. I'm talking about Realm playing on Sky. I don't know how far-fetched this approach is. Yes, Trailblazer is going to be effective. You have the regrowth into your
Guiding
factor
light
so
as
that you can,
well.
yeah, guiding light is also going to be important so that you can blind out the opponent. But irrespective of all of those situations, I think when you compare Sky with the Gecko, I can clearly see who is going to get the value.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Gecko and Sky. Well, the comparison, what can I say? It's not going to be that right. But in the midst of all of the explanation which you gave, right, it was very well said, Raider. But I was just thinking, in Hindi, the word sunset sounds so cool. Suryast.
Here, the thing
And
is,
that's...
team must. I mean, that's what is happening, bro. That's what is going to happen. One team is going to see their downfall. It could be quite possibly Team NJ. Maybe it's not that the case, but I think
Okay,
Ace
okay,
Flame is
okay.
really
Oh, no,
here to
no.
convert something.
Yeah, Asla
He's
Flame
saying he's
just
going to
told,
get a
look at
3K.
me. He's cooking. Yeah, he's cooking. He's telling that he's cooking. He's going to get 3 kills.
All right,
So
all
I'm
right.
just going to watch, okay? I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to sit and watch. Let this man cook, okay? Soon, the game is going to
For sure,
resume.
man.
And we're going to see Asla Flame get that 3K.
Wait, let's see. There are some big statements from that guy's corner, but obviously, if we get to see those
Big
3Ks
claim,
coming in,
man.
that would be
Big
amazing.
claim.
That would be again quite amazing. The thing is, he can get a 3K, but what if he goes down initially and the whole team gets compromised due to that? Then what will we see in cam? Maybe a cam shutdown?
Yeah, we did not have a conversation for that, yeah? So let's see what's it going to be. But moving forward, Opa is cooking. He knows that the players are aggressing towards market itself. So holding it down to the wire. And there you go. A cage just to make things worse.
There.
3 players
Oh,
being claimed,
wait.
moving forward towards market. I'm all focused there. Do not shake my focus, Raider. Do not. I know what's going on, but I just want to see that 3 kill coming through. Opa. Come on, big brother. Show us your skills.
Let's see, man, what kind of
aggressive.
skills he's going to showcase us. But on the attacking side, he can
Whoa!
try to go for the spawn.
Scarf!
But Fearless gets a 3K. Oh, it's actually Fearless getting those 3Ks in his favor. That's amazing. What a pick that was.
Comeback
UV
is
still there, surviving, trying to
Ooh!
cook. But yeah, there you go. Opa, he wanted a 3K. He is not even going to get one. Fearless is going to sum up the day with a 4K in his favor. NJ still rooting themselves to the upper angle of this particular map. But the fact is, Azura, reinvestments. 4 guys have been taken down. Reinvestments
that.
are going to be the key part for Team NJ, and that might lead to a 2-1 scoreline.
Well, very well said. Very true. The weaponry not looking that great. And Oppa, man, keep your false claims with yourself. I mean, we did see that you showcased 3 fingers pointing, saying that
Yeah,
you're
man.
cooking, getting 3 frags. Where is it? I'm calling you out right here. What's up, man? What happened? Moving forward, tea time. Getting those weaponry in hand and curve. This man is popping off. All the mistakes, I'm forgetting them from the previous game, you know. In the map of Haven, whatever happened, happened. In this map, the way he's popping, getting those frags, setting the tonality for the team is great.
Oh yeah, a good start is needed. Tea time, they really need to bounce back at this point. Cyber cages and then eventually a one-way smoke. Trying to block off the markets. Fluffy finds one. It's Romeo who has been countered. Tea time. Once again, tough time starts for them. Let's see if Sharif connection is going to be made. Dead Flaky still finds the value. God has been taken down, but Realm, he survives the paranoia, and with that combined, a stinger spray, but it just was miles away. He was unable to connect the shots after shock. Obviously, that is going to be valuable. Let's see if he goes for that indeed. But 690 on the other corner finds one. Fluffy goes down. UV, phenomenal pick. Regrowth coming into the picture. HP will be back. They do have some formidable weapons to play along with. But
30
so does
seconds
that
left.
flick now. Let's see who's going to pull it through.
The situation is still dicey, and it's going to be side B under siege. NJ not knowing what the call out is here. They're slowly heading towards the side and trying to understand what's going on, but the plant is coming through. It's a little too late for Team NJ to even understand what just happened, and the rotation has been called in. I'm getting that information, but nobody's there. Being sneaky is one thing for Fearless. He's always maintained that way. UV going aggressive. Did manage to get a frag there, but the second player is also pushing in from the same corner. UV getting the third and the round as well. Tea time. What a way to shine, man. All thanks to the way The initiation was dealt with. And moreover, the capitalization, UV? Man, this guy's so sick with his flex.
Phenomenal play. But I would like to say, even from NJ's perspective, it was a good round for them as well, as they were playing on sheriffs, but they were still able to bring in 3 individuals out of the equation. Obviously, the postman scenario is something which was not that effective for them, and 2 times that Singer failed, to be precise. 2 times. It was not the first
Yeah.
time. If you
Yeah,
see,
Singer
like
is
on the
very hard
mid,
to control.
similar thing happened. Exactly. A lot of whiff come through when you use Stinger. But obviously, if you are there in the close quarter angle, there is no cover, then that Stinger can even beat a guy with a Vandal. So that is something to talk about. But anyway, guys, all said and done, we are looking forward to see what is going to happen in the 4th round. Buys are going to come in from both the sides because the previous one was a save for Team NJ. So in this one, they are going to make sure that they fulfill their hopes of getting the 3rd round in their favor. Let's see if that's going to be easy enough for them or not. Market throw down. They have a tripwire. First shot miss. Second one is going to break the tripwire. But on the hindsight, some Vandal action. Fearless finds 2. Gets the total mid control. Sums up the deal. Last one who is going to swing is going to be the Jet. UV is the name. UV survives. That gets countered. But Fearless won't overcome it at this moment because if he
Through the
swings,
smoke.
that can be very costly. But yes, through the smoke, damages are coming through. 69G, Fluffy, both of them are also pushing in.
3 bullets.
This is not going to be easy to deal with. That's it. Oh, wow.
Wow.
He gets one, but Fluffy counters him, and Fluffy takes the final frag as well. Romeo goes down. It's a 3-1. The loss of 2 individuals. 2 reinvestments are going to come in the next round. But then again, a valuable start. Fearless, phenomenal you are.
Well, true. Getting the mid control was very vital, and that's one thing which the team is just constantly doing, pushing towards mid, trying to get that control so that they can open up the opportunities to go multiple ways. But every single time doing the same thing, don't you think it's gonna be way too obvious? So yeah, tea time, they need to stop this approach multiple times. Yeah. So hoping that they go ahead, execute side B on a fast pace is going to be the case. Moving forward, crowd control being one of the primary aspects. Curve going ahead with the showstopper, getting as much of space as he can get, and he misses Opa. The miss of all of this action can be vital. Goes ahead, but instant shutdown. The crash is going to be utilized as well. Catches one player, and well, he's stuck in that corner.
Won't be able to cover Miles after Shock is there to deny this particular defusal. They're trying to make it sure, but T-Time will be getting taken down. 69G with the help of Wingman was pretty much readily available with the defusal. And that puts a lot of pressure onto an attacking team in a post-ban scenario, because when you see that Wingman going glug 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 on your spike, you definitely want to swing. And at that moment, obviously the other 2 individuals that were surviving over there, they were able to get some good exchanges. So yeah, all in all, Team NJ, they are once again back with some good hefty damages done and dusted onto the opponents. And the small difference that Team T-Time was able to make in the 3rd round is once again getting just way too large. As we can see, there's a difference of 3 big rounds, and if one more round is in the favor of Team NJ, then the difference is going to be massive, and obviously Team NJ would be sitting on a comfortable spot. Being on the defense side, the way they are acting, the way they are playing, I think it's NJ's game specifically for the first half. If the sides are going to change, maybe something different is going to cook through, but T-Time, every single approach that they were trying to make from mid is demolished. Finally, they have decided to rotate from elbow and make sure that the A side is going to be hit.
Oh, true. But the flash, it's needed now. It's now or never. Why go in for the try peek? Cage being activated as well will give little to none information. 69 Gram, just waiting it out there. Waiting for the smoke to dissipate, and that's where he's gonna shine in. Dizzy is still available, ready, amped up. It's soon gonna be Dib's time to go ahead, execute. UV still holding the angle down to the wire, to the fire. He's still there. Information should have been given. Opa, out of guard.
Oh, Rolling Thunder is there, guys. There you go.
One enemy
Big
remaining.
investments, as you
Last
rightly said, the
player
ultimates are
standing.
being invested, but where is the last guy? He also gets cornered. Well, Wingman was taken down, but eventually the Wingman controller, Gecko, he is still there. There you go. The defusal is going to get queued in. A heavily invested round from both the sides. But eventually, still, we get to see like 3 ultimates being active. Thrash is there. Neon's Overdrive is going to be helpful for them. Neural Theft is also going to be visible in the next few rounds. But obviously, I think the next round is going to be a little bit more of an economical round for the lads of Team T Time. But what was this blunder that they did? Getting flashed, trying to
Standing.
get the upper hand, but they were just getting encircled every now and then from different corners, and that's exactly how we get to see Team NJ prevailing themselves on the top. 5-1 is the scoreline, pretty much similar to what happened in the map of Haven as well. But then we got to see T-Time coming back into the game. Maybe that's exactly what T-Time is waiting for.
It's comeback time. Yeah, before that, getting those frags will be very crucial. Initial point of contact still mid under control. And it's Satan just holding it. Trying to get that initial point of contact information retrieved that the player is still swinging by. And the fast-paced execution, I hope it's not as blatant as previous round. T-Time going ahead for a post-plant scenario. And maybe this time he has a good angle. I believe he should have just capitalized it. Being Jet, he has a lot of room, a lot of space to run around from one box to the other. But looking at the way things are panning out, it's the execution which needs to come in. NJ going ahead, big investment yet again. But they need to do it in a much more better form than before.
Oh, that was good, Fluffy. I thought that he's going to get taken down, but that's not the case. A slap coming in from Wingman, but I think even the other guy is going to get countered, but Gurv survives. I thought that he's going to pick it up away, but that's not the case. But still, Gurv was the last man standing. He gets countered by 69G. Getting 3 frags was absolutely amazing. His Thrash failed, his Wingman failed, Dizzy failed, but his Wingman and he himself with the gun power, he was able to prevail a lot. What a good value that was. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. It's like having a 6th man, right? Wingman is always helpful. No matter where you go, you always need a wingman. And that's one thing which Gecko specializes with. Thrash ability, the way you can go ahead, quickly utilize your ultimate as well. It's ready to go. You don't have to press W key as well. All you have to do is do those jumping jacks, reach towards your opponent, and then right click rapidly in order to execute much quicker. For now, mid control, Satan yet again being aggressive. Fluffy, he's so ambitious.
They found my wire.
He is, and they busted him, to be honest. Following it up, we can see that the A side control has already been taken down. Plan is
Smart.
low toss. Ancient
Smart,
nades.
look at him spray through.
Rui pushing in, but no, Fearless will be phenomenal at it. He gets a 2k again, converting everything away. Opa finds one more. We can see Gurv still being phenomenal, but is it enough? Oh, he is actually enough, guys. There you go. A 3k from his perspective. Oman had to... What?
Oh.
Connects through the smoke. The connection is here. And yes, we have Gurv
He saw
once
the
again
utility.
faltering down. But a 3k was absolutely amazing coming in from both the sides. Be it Fearless or be it Gurv. They were able to kind of put up a seesaw in this particular round.
Yeah. And the pendulum is just swinging, right? It's constant. It's the action is not stopping at all. Look at the read, Fearless. He just saw the low toss grenade coming in and then just understood, yeah, this is going to be the corner. This is pretty much it. And Gurv at that moment, little did he know, if he would have crouched, he would have been alive. It would have been a perfect post-plant scenario because the way he took fight through the smoke, understanding the odds against him, it was a 1v3. And he managed to bring it down to 1v1. That's the spirit of a great player. And he just needs to be getting that enough support. And I believe flashes from the corners of sky will be more than enough for him to go ahead, find the forte, and get those frags for the team.
Good start and good follow-ups. NJ, they are definitely looking at a very good spot at this moment. I think 8-4, 9-3, that's the optimal scoreline that maybe Team T-Time is looking at this moment, because obviously it's a possibility that they might actually look at 7-5, but I don't think so. It's possible with this kind of buy. We have seen T-Time doing some phenomenal stuff in thrifty rounds as well, but when you just have Sheriffs and a full shield classic to play with, I doubt that something is going to be valuable. But at this point, I have to say, Gurv can actually go for a showstopper, and that's exactly why I believe he has invested on a classic and a full shield, to be precise. The showstopper can
Oh,
be
he
visible.
got
Let's
an
see if
upgrade.
he's going to go for
He
it.
got a sheriff. So I'm
Oh,
hoping that he's going to pop some heads now. Yep. He's just waiting for the right time. Fluffy, way too aggressive, trying to get the information early in the round itself. He needs to be very sneaky. Did manage to get one there. Realm, unfortunately, the
enemy remaining.
flashes. It's not going to be seen. Death flick on the other corner. 3 kills already onto his name. But instant slap and a shutdown. Romeo. And this guy is
Out
cooking.
step. Well, it does feel like that, guys. We are going to see a one-sided domination probably from Team NJ, specifically for the first half I'm talking about it, because the second half might bring a new storyline. But looking at the agents, I guess NJ can still pull it off. They do have a gecko for a beautiful plan to come up with, and obviously a wingman along with Dizzy is going to be the key factor for me personally, because using that wingman you can get all this information where the players are holding, if they are holding in a nook and cranny, because usually if you see when you set up a B side, you usually try to hold on the corners or maybe in market. Those areas can easily be affected if a Dizzy is invested. But here comes a fault line. Flashpoint is going to get utilized pretty soon. Breach versus Sky. Gecko versus Sky. The initiate approach is also not that memorable or not that visible for me. But here comes the showstopper. He gets one, but even before that could have happened, that flick finds him as well. Fair share of raids, I would like to say.
Well, true. Fluffy.
Wow.
Plant is going down. And he's having a really good approach here. He knows that it needs to be vacant towards the spawn itself. Look at the teams just making them way through. Realm being the last man standing, and look at the sliding shot coming through. Phantom, Neon, a deadly combination. And yet another round coming in for the side of NJ. The money, even though it looks tight,
Get ready.
the confidence is not. They're sitting so high,
Oh,
like
man.
the pirates they are. And the rounds, no matter what happens, it's just being snatched. Both of the players looking at one same direction. Why would you do that? Just watch your back. It's like me telling Raider, Raider, you know what? Watch my 6.
Yeah.
So you're gonna watch my 6, which is my backside, not my front
Have
side.
to.
So that's one
Obviously.
thing which team needs to understand.
That's why I said from the start of this tournament that you have to go for trade fires. You have to set up some good crossfires. If you don't, both of you are going to get in a very big casualty, and that's exactly what is happening in last few rounds for tea time. Like they're just getting picked one by one. That is not good for them, but obviously that's what they are facing. 9-1 is the scoreline. I guess we can clearly see that this is a one-sided domination, but we have Opa, only 6 frags in his favor, but goes
no.
beautiful operator shot. I thought for a moment that there might be a collateral coming in, but this time it's a whiff. Realm counters, gets a headshot. Garb on the other corner finds one more as well, pushing with the bombard, boombot on the Boba region, making sure that they still get the value. Tailways are going in, following it up with the guiding light, I believe. Let's see.
Oh,
That's the case.
beautiful
No,
shot.
Garb gets one more.
Man, he's
Amazing. The pencil
unstoppable.
goes in. Wingman following it up. I think Garb is going to get a
Right
free kill.
click.
Yeah, he
Okay.
did. He did. Amazing.
Man, God,
Round
look at
before the switch.
having a poker face and doing this to the enemies. This is big. Opa did manage to get one player here, but then later on the whiff came through and Gurv on the other corner. Man, he should be proud. I've seen him do such kind of stunts with Reyna, but with Raze as well. Man, oh man, this guy is versatile when it comes to the duelist composition. And well, sitting on 13 kills, sweet spot. And look at that. In the previous round, he utilized, previous round, he utilized his ultimate, right? And the
Yeah.
ultimate takes 8 points, which means 8 kills or 8 orbs. And he's already on 5.
Mhm.
The nerve on this player, man. The nerve on this player.
It's quite amusing to watch, but Romeo. Previously it was Equinox. This time it is definitely Romeo. The way this individual is lacking behind for the team, it's not good for them. Smoke is something that can help you a lot, specifically when you're attacking. I guess in that terms, those smokes are not at all working. The paranoia is not coming at the right moment. Shrouded step, not at all valuable so far. even for the same reason from the shadow. I mean, Omen's ultimate is more or less like a information taking ultimate, just like neural theft and some other ultimates as well. So he could have got a lot of info so far, but I would love to see if something different is going to come in. But remember, guys, this is the 12th round. Maximum the scoreline can hit is a scoreline of 9-3 for the favor of Team Tea Time, but I don't feel it's going to be that easy. I think it's quite possible that we'll get to see a 10-2 scoreline, specifically looking at the weaponry disadvantage. I think this is quite clear that maybe Team NJ is going to prevail. And not just that, they have 4 ultimates online. The fifth guy, which is not really available with the ultimate, that too is also like 3 points behind, I feel. So 2 frags, 1 ult top, he could be back in game. But Garv, definitely that poker face is not just poker face, but it's a feeling when he is trying to do the best for the team, but the team is not following up. I have to say this because in the previous game it was UV which was trying to pick up the pace, then Garv came into the picture, but still the other 3 individuals were lacking behind, and that's exactly what is happening once again in this game.
Well, true. Fluffy just going ahead, obliterating yet another casualty for Tea Time. And it is Cypher. It's a big loss. Tripwire is disabled, but the site finally active. It was just a bait which was utilized so well. Tea Time going ahead, but the backstab, I don't think so they're prepared for this. I hope they are. UV, he knows he needs to do something different here. Romeo just running for his life, and he was just jumping, bunny hopping, reaching towards the safe spot, but couldn't do much there. And yet again, like I mentioned, the postman scenario was not that great. Backstabs after backstabs, and the trash was on point. NJ, they've gotten already 10th on board, so double digit for them. And we all know.
What happens after double digit?
After double digits, it's just the collateral, man. It's the win of the round after round, and then getting the second map as well. But I hope Tea Time is up with some kind of a strategy here. I'm hoping that they are.
We are hoping for the best. Tea Time definitely has to come back in the game, but there is a massive difference this time of 8 big rounds. Initially, yes, in the previous map of Heaven, we got to see a difference of 6. They were able to counter that as well. Tea Time, I believe you can do it once again, but for that you have to win. Make sure you win the pistol round. If you don't, scoreline might just go to a 12-2, and from there, the only option would be an OT in this particular map. But look at this, taking the market control. The shock also comes in. Ooh, Fluffy, that was lovely. The classic, but eventually the reciprocation. 69G retaliates by taking down Satan-X. We have a 3v4 equation to play with. Gecko can go for a plant, but currently it's the Omen who's going for a plant. And Boba, the height advantage, we get to see the Omen playing it away. Romeo finds a crucial pick. That's amazing. This is the second one. Romeo, Aftershock is going to push him away. But even before that, Romeo finds the second one. Opa gets taken down. It's a 2v2 equation. Anything can happen at this point. One market, one Boba. Different angles to play with. See who wins.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, got
Oh my god, amazing.
man, I'm left speechless. I'm left speechless.
I thought so.
It was like a moment of silence here, trying to get the grasp of the situation. And it hurts. It actually hurts, man. Like every single time the team is trying the level best, but unfortunately due to XYZ reason, nothing is working out.
Gotta go.
So yeah, Tea Time losing the pistol has already marked one thing, that NJ is having that confident start. Second half, moving forward, moving towards the side, one by one. They're going to just pick off bodies. Garv, even though through the smoke, Fearless is going to be popped right off. Those shots are a banger, but he needs to deliver that more often. 69 Gram, instant retaliation. And it's all a standstill. All 4 players moving in towards the defender's spawn itself. They need to move this steam-rolling engine fast, else it's not going to work. Romeo going ahead, getting one, but
enemy remaining.
the 12 comes on board eventually. It's all thanks to Fluffy.
Match point.
I think 13-2 is not the ideal scoreline that we are going to witness because of the fact that there are going to be 4 investments in this round, and that too on the attacking side, because the bonus buy was kind of crippled It was only Fluffy which was surviving on a Bulldog, if I'm not wrong. So for that reason, the reinvestments are going to queue in. On the high side, Tea Time, due to the fact that they were forcing the previous round, they were able to like invest a lot, but they lost. So for both the particular teams, I guess that economical crunch is going to queue in, but Fluffy has invested in a Recon Phantom. On the high side, we have Stingers coming into the picture. After Shock, Tripwires, everything being utilized, but obviously the tripwires have been broken down right now. Flashpoint being utilized. Push comes through, Garb goes down. Fluffy finds SatanX as well into the Boba now. Fluffy very low in HP. Relm gets him. Not just that. Even in the market, he gets one more, but 69G reciprocates Romeo with the judge. Thrash going in the third round of the half. We get to see a Thrash being online that shows how far and how fruitful these individuals have been.
Well, true, but it's still a post-match scenario. Deathflick, way too close. He's playing very sneaky. 6-9 Gram on the other corner, knows that the push has come through. But Romeo capitalizing this on a really good manner. The front line comes in, UV stuck, concussed, needs to understand where the opponent is, but the opponent is buying the time. Well, he has bought the time as well. NJ getting the 13th and the second map as well. What a way to end things.
Spidey is ready.
No, it's the Venom Spider-Man. So it's okay, man. It's all right. But the 3K didn't come in. But moving forward, Opa did give his 100%, man. Did give his 100%. Being the Cypher, bringing in a lot onto the table. And consecutively, just bringing the performance. Fluffy, man, oh man. This guy is a rolling steam engine. Rolling steam engine. Once he knows where the opponents are, slide, and then just go ahead, execute them in a really good manner. See, celebrations all across. NJ, kudos to you guys, man. 2-0. Raider, 2-0. Not even giving T-Time the breather that they needed in the map of Sunset. Couldn't do anything. They was just like, okay, where to push, how to push. Oh, this happened. Improvise. Oh, again this happened. Gone. They couldn't do much.
It's sad to see a scoreline of 2-0 because the previous one, BO3, was basically a 1-2 scoreline, to be honest. That was amazing to watch, but then again, a 2-0 shows how far of an evolution is there. Fluffy, who is an individual who's already in a very good spot when it comes to level up leaderboard, I guess that stand is going to improve quite a bit. Along with that, if you talk about individuals like Garb, he definitely was one of those heavy lifting individuals coming in from T-Time, but at the end, the team effort has to be there. Garb, UV, these two individuals were popping off. Relm, UV, and Romeo. These three, not UV, but Relm, SatanX, and also Romeo. These are the three individuals which were lacking behind every now and then, and for that reason, I have to say this. It was more like a 2v5 equation, which is never going to work. I'm talking about specifically Sunset, because if you have the 5v5 type of showdown, if you have that kind of synergy, the trade fires being set up, crossfire being relayed, if you are giving the information to your teammate and he is enacting on it, then the value is going to come through. On the hindsight, if you see for Team NJ, once they had like 6-0 scoreline, they were like just rolling here and there. They were just pushing in, they were falling down, they were just standing once again back. They were just trying to retaliate. Fearless, to be honest, in that particular perspective, was also quite good. While in the defensive side, I have to say, Fearless was definitely one of the best tankers.
Well, true. Being the controller, you get a lot of, weight onto your shoulder. Saying that you need to go ahead, place some smokes as well, and then even understand what needs to be done. So, all in all, Fearless, the way he controlled mid was great. It was absolutely impeccable. So those kind of plays had to come through even from the corners of T-Time, but eventually it did not come. But yeah, I do have all my, respect for Garv. Man, he needs to be proud by the way he played today. Very well executions coming in from his corner. Those sheriff shots were a banger of a performance. No matter what happened, he kept his cool, he kept his calm. Those poker face shots were just coming through, and I was just loving the way he had that charisma of going ahead, the courage of just going ahead, managing that 1v3 of a situation as well, closely enough to manage it. So yeah, I mean, I do feel bad for him, but ultimately the team, I mean, you do understand where you were lacking, and this was the this was the place where you could understand that this is that kind of a tournament. So I hope you're not going empty-handed. You're going with a part of experience which will make you understand.
We are still there in the lower bracket.
Yeah, they are, But this kind of an experience, right, towards the upper top tier performing teams, it's one of a time, right? So getting to know what they're made up of, you can also go ahead, embed that, and try and bring in more good initiators as well. For example, in Sunset, Sky. What's the job of a Sky? Pop in those flashes, get the information where the players are, note their whereabouts, and then just create chaos. Try to manage all of those situations where you're like just providing the entry for a duelist, which I couldn't see much. I mean, I do get it, the verticality and the horizontal play was coming in thanks to Gurv, but yeah, that should have come in more often. Support needs to be there. So if that part is going to be managed properly from the entire team, I believe they're going to be amazing at it. Tea Time, I've seen them at their prime, I've seen them at the spot where they lost against such a good team, so I do understand where they're coming from as well.
Definitely, it was a tough time today for them. Tea Time is going to get replaced by tough time for them today specifically, but don't worry guys, you are actually there in the lower bracket. You can still make sure that you go for a redemption scoreline if you manage to survive till the end of lower bracket finals and then go in the grand finals. If somehow this other team known as Team NJ also survives till that particular spot, maybe we are going to witness that action as well. But obviously grand finals is far-fetched. 28th of July, guys, mark your calendars, because there is still a lot of time. There's still a lot of action that we have to witness even before that. Talking about the approaches coming in from both the sides, I can clearly see in terms of scoreboard as well that Tea Time, two individuals of their particular team, be it Gurv on Raze or UV on Jet, these two were phenomenal. But just like the previous map of Heaven, in this particular map as well, the other threes were lacking behind. They were the lower performing key of that particular team. Opa on the other corner, look at this. The beauty of Team NJ is the least performing individual, Opa, was still so effective in so many rounds. He was able to clutch out those particular rounds. That's what matters.
Well, yeah, even the 3 kill mattered, but eventually he couldn't deliver.
Oh,
but all right,
not
yes,
here, man.
like you mentioned, yes, Opa, like he knows what his role was, right? He was bound to not aggress forward, not bound to peak unnecessarily, so that his traps are active till the late rounds. But all thanks to the MVP, man, Fluffy. This man was all over the map, sliding all across with his Phantom, with his Vandal, getting those kills. It's not possible, you know. It's not that easy, and he has made it look very easy. So 17 frags, 4 first kills, and you can understand that this man was always up on feet, getting those man count advantage towards a team, and it was always working out.
But now let's talk about the level of leaderboard. Top 3 individuals at the end of this tournament, well, they are going to get the right goodies, and it does feel like that Fluffy is still maintaining his top spot. Because I'm Batman, right there on the second spot after playing 8 maps, this guy is able to get 68.38 points. But look at the difference, man. That's massive.
It is. Fluffy, this guy has been performing since the day one. Day one, 81.59 points. Guys, let me just give you a bit of a gist. It's about how you perform. It's about how many maps you have played. And he has played, 7 maps with an ACS of 275. So these 3 players, whoever is going to be the top 3, they're going to get Riot goodies. So it's a big thing, getting the recognition from Riot as well. So, I mean, Fluffy is out there delivering, man, even because I'm Batman alongside Summer as well. We did see the game number 1 in which because I'm Batman was there alongside Summer. We did see how well they played as well, but unfortunately they couldn't do much. And well, hoping forward that the lower bracket will be something of a great, competition, a great duel. But before that, we're going to witness a lot of upper brackets, a lot of that.
Indeed, we are going to see a lot of action, guys, but this is it for the day number 1 of playoffs. We got to see a lot of interesting matchups today, because if I'm not wrong, the playoffs, the way it had to be started, it was in that particular manner. We got to see close cutthroat matchups as well. The second game today was basically a 2-0 scoreline, so can't really say about that. It was a one-sided domination. But then again, guys, this is it for the day. I, Raider, along with Azora, would like to thank once again the Esports Club, along with our sponsors, that is Crucial by Micron, ZEROFRAGS Gaming, and along with them, gossip.gz for bringing us this amazing Showdown Series Season 2 of Valorant. But this is it, guys, for the day. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. Till then, peace out. Thank you for joining us. Love you all. Bye-bye.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.